Welcome to the Bogart Effect, a wealthy wisdom podcast. Please see important disclosure information at the end of the presentation.
What is the best way for our clients to stay up to date on tax law changes?
That's very challenging. And you probably saw with this one big, beautiful bill.
That's a great name.
There were lots of changes to the bills as they were being debated. And as the House passed it or the Senate passed it and they hadn't passed a final bill, there are things that were in those bills that did not survive. And so if you kept track of it, you might be confused about what actually happened. And then there's also a bit of spin that the media has and the politicians have about different components as they try to sell this bill to America. But if you want really good resources, what I would do is the IRS has surprisingly, they have two different resources. One they call the newsroom, and that's where you're going to see tax law changes, some fact sheets that summarize things. You can also get on their email subscription if you want emails from the IRS. And then beyond that, I would just go to good sources like Bloomberg, Reuters, Wall Street Journal. I will warn you about reading the actual bills because I tried. This bill modifies an existing bill. And so when you read the bill, it will say, strike this word from the original and replace it with this word. So you don't get the meat of the bill in that revision. You'd actually have to go piece maybe a couple bills together, and it just takes a long time to do it. It's confusing.
Well, and said another way, I think some of it's still subject to interpretation, and I'm sure we're going to see private letter rulings on a couple of the nuances of the One Big Beautiful Bill. We've already seen letter rulings on interpretation for the IRS as well. So more to come, I guess.
Absolutely.
But most of my understanding correctly is most of the One Big Beautiful Bill, the meatier things don't go into effect until next year. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So we have some clarity for the rest of this year, but a lot of what we're looking at is 2026 stuff.
Correct.
And even still, I would comment, almost all of it has phased.
The previous presentation by Bogart Wealth was intended for general information purposes only. No portion of the presentation serves as the receipt of or as a substitute for personalized investment advice from Bogart Wealth or any other investment professional of your choosing. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk, and it should not be assumed that future performance of any specific investment or investment strategy or any other non-investment related or planning services, discussion, or content will be profitable, be suitable for your portfolio or individual situation, or prove successful. Neither Bogart Wealth's investment advisor registration status nor any amount of prior experience or success should be construed that a certain level of results or satisfaction will be achieved if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Bogart Wealth is neither a law firm nor accounting firm, and no portion of its services shall be construed as legal or accounting advice. No portion of the podcast content should be construed by a client or prospective client as a guarantee that he or she will experience a certain level of results if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Copies of Bogart Wealth's current written disclosure brochure and Form CRS discussing our advisory services and fees are available upon request or at www.bogartwealth.com.
The tax partner featured in this podcast is part of a team of accountants and tax professionals associated with the accounting firm of Troy O'Callahan CPA. Employees of Troy O'Callahan CPA render accounting and tax services for Bogart Wealth pursuant to a written agreement. Troy O'Callahan CPA and Bogart Wealth are not affiliated in any other way and are not under common control. No client of Bogart Wealth is required to use Troy O'Callahan CPA for accounting or tax services, but if Bogart Wealth provides you with or agrees to provide you with accounting or tax services, you will receive services from Troy O'Callahan CPA. Service provider fee rates, in addition to investment advisory fee rates, may apply. Please contact Bogart Wealth for more information on tax preparation and return service. The use of any CPA firm is no guarantee of results or outcomes.